This is my iPhone SE, and this is also my iPhone SE. But which one is the new one and which one is the old one? Trick question, they're both the new one, and this is the old one. Or is this the old and this the new? Maybe this is the old one and I got two no. So yes, Apple released a new iPhone SE and I've had hands-on with it for a little while now, and I've been playing around with it pretty consistently since I got it. And I gotta say, it's really not that exciting. I've been using this phone for a couple weeks now. Let's talk about it. So externally, nothing has changed. Oh, wait, there's midnight and starlight instead of black and white, and then they kept the red, but supposedly it's like half a shade darker. But if I'm gonna be honest, if I put my black SE2 and my midnight SE3 next to each other, I can't really tell. I mean, like, the difference is there if you look hard enough. Secretly, at heart, always, was hoping for an orange, didn't get one. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm digging the white. The starlight. Having a bunch of black phones for so long, having a nice, clean, crisp white just kinda looks good. Around the front, we have a 4.7-inch LCD screen, a capacitive home button, so like the SE before it, the iPhone 8 and iPhone 7, it doesn't click. It's a fixed sheet of glass, and the Taptic engine kind of fakes a click. It feels nice. I've kind of gotten used to it. It's not a big deal. Once again, white phone, black bezels. Thank you, Apple. Still no headphone jack. Thank you, Apple. Still USB 2.0 speeds, Lightning. Thank you, Apple. All right, internally, what's changed? Well, we have the A15 Bionic chip and 4 gigs of RAM paired with it. So we have the newest, latest, and greatest, except it's not the greatest because it's the 4-core variant of the A15, not the 5-core, which makes sense. This is a $430 phone, makes sense. But you do get that extra gig of RAM, which is probably more for future-proofing than anything really, considering that the original iPhone SE is still kicking around on iOS 15. I'd imagine this to maybe make it to 21 or 22. But it feels quick, feels snappy, no hiccups, no hangs that I've found. Battery life is definitely something that has changed, but very slightly. They managed to squeeze another 197 milliamp hours into this thing for a total of 2018 compared to 1821 of the last iPhone SE. And in combination with the A15 and being a little bit more power efficient, a little less hungry, there is a difference. It's noticeable in very light tasks, like if you're going to sit on a phone call until, let me grab the right one. You're gonna sit on a phone call till one of these two dies. This one's gonna die a little bit before this one. But in like heavy tasks, gaming, photo editing, streaming and watching high quality videos, negligible. I've noticed, and a lot of people have echoed this, that it kinda is on par with one of these. For those of you playing along at home, this is an iPhone 12 mini, and it didn't have the greatest battery life. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. It's definitely better than the last SE, but it's still on par with a 12 mini. So do what you will with that information. Other than that, everything else about this phone is identical to 2020's model. Identical. Same speaker setup, same camera, same resolution for the camera, same focal length, same selfie camera, same display, same everything. This is the epitome of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They fixed the things that were broke, the battery and I guess the processor, but like that wasn't really broke. But they fixed the broke and then said, here you go, have a new phone. You know that meme with like the alligator and it says, you know, he's gone 500 million years without change. That's because he's without flaw. That's kind of what this is. Let me explain a little bit. So this phone right here, this phone design has been around since 2014 with the iPhone 6. Now it's not the same. They've moved the camera lens down and made it a little bigger. They've moved the Apple logo, made a solid state home button. They got rid of the headphone jack. They made it so it doesn't snap in half. Got the glass back as opposed to aluminum. But other than that, it's the same, but it works. It's worked for the past 8 years. There's no reason it shouldn't work now. I think that's kind of what they're playing at here. Like, yes, this is the cheap iPhone. It's not meant to have all the bells and whistles, which is good because this is the phone that people come in to like a phone store like, I just want an iPhone. This is it. For the large majority of who this phone's targeted to, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's an old design. It just needs to work. Now, you and me in the tech space, if it's not a full screen display or 120 hertz or has 16 gigs of RAM and can completely replace your desktop computer for gaming, then we don't want it. But not everyone's like us. And having worked in not only retail for consumer electronics, but retail for phones in particular, that is the vast majority of people that just want a phone that works. And this phone, quite frankly, fits the budget real well. It does everything you want it to. Makes phone calls, browses the web, scroll through Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and whatever, takes photos, does everything you need. At 430 bucks, probably less on contract. I've sold several of the previous gen SEs at like 50 bucks. That's kind of like a stupid price, and that's very enticing for people that just want a phone that works. So I wouldn't imagine that this would be too much farther up the price bracket. This is gonna sell well, and it's going to sell well despite its lack of features, right? I mean, like, it's got 5G, it's got the newest chip, but it still looks like it came straight out of last decade. But that's okay, because it doesn't need to look crazy. It just has to be a cheap phone to get people into the Apple ecosystem. And I think for the people it's targeted at, it's gonna do that very, very well. So should you buy it? Should you buy it? Well, are you looking for an inexpensive phone that happens to be an iPhone? There you go. Do you want something a little bit more modern? The iPhone XR is typically on sale for around like 300 bucks-ish. 300 bucks, 350 bucks. It looks more modern. It's got an older processor. That's up for you to decide. But if you just want to go to your carrier store, go to the Apple store, get a new phone, this might be it. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe. Let me know what your thoughts are on the new SE. Is it boring? Does it need to do more? Let me know down below. I'll catch you guys in the next video.